she says thank you for getting rid of Aiden Warsock. Apparently she likes me better.
Adam Warlock?
Yeah, him. She thinks I'm bleeps. It translates weird.
Na dann muss jetzt Bein
I've got
hochlegen.
so many questions.
Und
I know, and I want so
nicht
many
einfach.
answers.
Lösen.
Like, seize the means of production. Or,
nur
it's
eine
not just a
4-Tage-Woche.
rash. Or, yes, it is gluten-free.
Also nur bis Donnerstag? Oder hast du heute auch
the
noch frei
answers
gehabt?
I was looking for, but now I'm wondering about the questions.
What questions?
How did you convince Lady Hellbender to meet us on Maclu 4? You weren't even with us when we decided to go.
Actually, convincing her to go after
Ach
you
so,
wasn't hard
nicht
at all.
regulär, da hast du ja recht.
But convincing her to hear you out,
Ich dachte, du hast jetzt regulär
that
eine
was
4-Tage-Woche.
tough. I had to get all creepy mystical and spook her with warnings about what would happen otherwise.
You told her about the end of the universe, and she believed you?
Oh, no, not at first. But when I brought up all her precious monsters dying, she came around. Couldn't take that chance with her babies, you know?
What happened on Lamentis after we left? You said some people would survive, but that doesn't fare super well for the others.
Many of the elders died. They didn't resist the invasion, but they would never accept the promise. It isn't their way.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. Their sacrifice bought time for me and the Kotati to hide most of the others. They will emerge when the galaxy is saved.
So you were able to hide them in the caves. Hope you told them to stay away from the fog. Well, I'm glad to have you with us.
Oh, good, because you're not always glad.
Why not?
Well, sometimes I'm your ex-wife.
What?
I think she's pulling your leg, Quill.
It only ever happens the one time, but it's so funny. I don't know what it is, but this dude really likes closing fridges.
Also hast du jetzt diese Woche, du musst nur noch 3 Tage durchhalten. Dann.
But it's broken. I mean, it's always broken. It's a universal constant.
Huh. More you know.
Na dann kannst du ja dich durchbeißen. Oder einfach in einer Arbeit pennen.
No, not like that.
What is it?
Your angle of attack was off. You have to go at it from the inside out, especially since Raker's body armor has inward folds.
Peter Quill, spar with me.
I think I'll pass, Drax. I don't want to get tired before the real fight.
Tired. But this is the warm-up.
Not a bad idea. We don't know what's gonna happen when we get out of hyperspace. What if we get ambushed?
That's what guns are for.
Ugh, guns.
I think I preferred when you two didn't get along. Bet those moves are really going to impress Lady Hellbender.
I do not need to impress her. Besting the great Fin Fang Foom is proof enough of my combat skills.
Yeah, that would do it.
I'm not
alles
sure
klar.
Lady
Dann
Hellbender was
schön, dass
really
du da
impressed with
bist
how we
und
handled
Spaß
that
im
fight. You know, since
Tasche
we
packen für
accidentally
morgen.
killed that dragon before Groot
Wie
revived
ein
him.
Schulranzen nehme
Do
ich
not be
mir das vor.
impressed by a man slaying a dragon?
Maybe if he does it without my help.
Raker's going down this time, Gamora. I promise you.
And I promise you, I'm getting Nikki out of there, no matter what.
We will get her out.
Together.
Together. Gamora Zenhuberi, you wish to practice hand-to-hand techniques.
It's still weird when you say my actual name.
I am getting used to it.
We've come a long way since Murderous Sorceress. Wasn't it what you were calling me back on my first mission with the team?
Yes. At first I believed you had bewitched Peter Quill. I could see no other reason he would hire an assassin for a protection contract.
Really? No other reason than magic?
You could also have seduced him. He lacks mental fortitude in the presence of women.
True. If I remember right, he spent most of that protection contract flirting with the waitresses.
Ich hatte noch was gefunden für,
Hey, Bug Lady. You see anything about this mission we should know about?
für
I don't see
Drecks-
much. Or rather, I see too much. So many realities converging.
Does Lady Hellbender ever stand us up?
Only in a few versions. Usually when Star Guy does a bad speech. Oh, and also in one version where he grabs her butt.
Ah ja, das Schwert hat mir gefunden.
Now that's... Drax! Hey, I was just...
There is no need to explain yourself, Peter Quill. Unlike the rodent, I do not mind when others are curious about my things.
It's a really cool blade.
With an equally impressive history.
You recognize it?
It belonged to Zatar the Unfinished, a great Catathian warrior king who led the first pilgrimage to Maklu-4.
Wait... So you're saying this is basically Excalibur?
I am unfamiliar with such a weapon.
It's a mythical sword belonging to a famous Earth King.
And yes, I suppose you could say this is the Excalibur of my people. It is a symbol of a king and the great hunt he inspired for those seeking to regain a place in Ultath.
So, this great hunt thing seems like a bigger deal than I thought. Did we mess it up for everyone by capturing Fin Fang Foom?
What do you mean?
Well, its purpose is to regain entry into Catathian heaven and stuff, and now there's no Foom to, you know, send you there.
Peter Quill. There are many paths to Ultath. The pilgrimage to Maklu-4 is but one of them.
Right.
When Thanos murdered my family and destroyed my village, twice I chose the path of revenge. First I raised a small army of Catathian warriors. Even outnumbered, we cut our way through the Chitauri line and challenged Thanos himself.
Wait. On Katath, you faced Thanos twice during the Galactic War?
Yes. But I was not strong enough the first time.
Strong enough to survive?
Thanos allowed me and a few others to live, to set an example. Defeated and humiliated, the surviving members of my squad chose to make the pilgrimage to Maklu-4. But I could not. I continued to walk the path of revenge. Until you helped me put the ghosts of Hovat and Camaria to rest.
To be fair, I had a lot of help.
And yet you have given me a new purpose, Peter Quill. Seems my destiny was not in the mountains of Kakaranthara after all. But here, on this ship, with you.
Zatar sounds like a hero of yours.
King Zatar. And he is. Every Catathian warrior knows the story of his pilgrimage to Maklu-4.
Why is he called Zatar the Unfinished, then?
In the history of my people, a rival king attacked Zatar's lands, easily overwhelming his forces. Captured and broken, Zatar challenged the rival king to a fight to the death. But the conqueror refused, banishing him to a life of dishonor and disgrace instead. So King Zatar went to Maklu-4 to challenge the mighty Fin Fang Foom and change his destiny.
Well, that's depressing.
How is it depressing?
Because he obviously failed. Fin Fang Foom's still alive and kicking, mostly.
He did not fail, Peter Quill. King Zatar did not vanquish Fin Fang Foom, it is true. But he did redeem himself in the eyes of his people.
By dying? Not exactly a happy ending.
By never giving up. A warrior only truly dies when he stops living. King Zatar proved that our stories, the records of who we were in life, are ours to shape. He could have died a coward who lost his place in Ultath, or he could do what I and many of my people believe he did. Change the ending of his story.
Well, I'm glad you're here with us now. I can't guarantee where our path will take us, but hopefully somewhere with lots of money and comfort.
I do not have a doubt in my heart, Peter Quill, that we will have moderate success.
I'll accept moderate.
Na dann jetzt aber ja, los.
Alright, not stopping again. Here goes nothing. No, scratch that. Here go the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Woohoo!
I'm gonna barf.
Weiter fort.
And we're back. Deja vu.
Is it just me or that fleet looks twice as big now?
Wrong. It is at least thrice as big.
That's the biggest I've ever seen it.
What now?
Kill the lights, kill the engines, and wait for Lady Hellbender to show up.
We're sure she's coming, right?
She is a woman of honor, a queen. She promised to gather her forces.
And how long is that gonna take?
Too long.
No. We can't be too late. We gotta save the galaxy and Nikki. One way or another, we need to get in there and shut down that ritual.
We can't take on a fleet that big.
Was macht eine Rocket?
Rocky, what are you doing, man?
We need to get into Sacrosanct to disrupt the ritual, right? We all know we get killed out here. So, I'm gonna make a really loud distraction.
My tunes!
Yeah, I rigged it to blast your scuddy music across all channels. While the church is out looking for the source...
We cut the engines and we flow silently right past them to board the Sacrosanct. Smart.
Seriously?
Tja,
Fine. But we're getting it back as soon as we win. Now get back in here.
jetzt bin ich gespannt, dass die Musik eigentlich da gespielt werden würde, wenn es nicht im Streaming ist.
All right, let's find a place to park.
Look at those fools. Our deception is working.
Don't sound so surprised.
We are so gonna get my music back once this is all done.
Sorry, Quill. Chances are they're gonna blast it to pieces once they pin it down.
Let's make sure this sacrifice counts.
Can we not call it that?
Kann nichts machen, oder? Steuere ich das? Ich bin mir nicht sicher, ob ich hier was steuere, ehrlich gesagt.
Why are we whispering, anyways? I know they're out there, but they can't hear us through the ship's hull.
Yet you're still whispering.
Because I don't want to be the one to flark it up if they can hear through it. But they can't.
Certainly if they could hear us.
Bin doch schon raus, bin kaputt. Oh, okay, dann viel Spaß bei Netflix. Nicht, schläfst du eh ein, oder? Viel Spaß auf jeden Fall. Beim Netflix chillen. Schön, dass du überhaupt reingeschaut hast. Erhol dich. Hoffentlich wird die Woche nicht mehr so hart für dich. Weiß ich nicht. Steuere ich hier was, oder?
What?
Morgoth's breath.
Whoa!
Fing Fang Fu.
Yes! Lady Hellbender has arrived!
Guardians of the Galaxy,
Weltraum.
stop hiding! The monster lords of Seknarf 9 hunger for battle.
We're not hiding.
We are sneaking.
Because we need to get into Sacrosanct alive.
Then we will slaughter as many as we can out here while you fight your way in. Eat, my children! Crack open their shells and feast upon the sweet
Alles gut, Chaos.
inside!
Schön, dass du reinschaust. Kommst genau richtig. Finales Battle anscheinend. Mit Fing Fang Fu. Schön, dass dein Abo auch verlängert hast. Hoffentlich geht's dir gut. Freue mich, dass du reinschaust. Okay. Oh nein, die Steuerung auf Maus und Tastatur ist furchtbar.
We're busting into Sacrosanct.
That landing bay's her way in, but there's still a lot of pain between here and there.
Maybe we can blow past them.
Risky.
Got a piece of that guy.
Super, das ist definitiv.
We must make the most of this diversion!
Thought you'd rather watch Boom's rampage. Direct hit.
Now this is a proper dogfight.
That's a hit.
taking fire!
Vorne. Mit Maustasten ist echt gut.
Tag them!
Oh.
Crap, that's a lot of turrets! Bet they felt that!
Einfach durch.
There's more where that came from.
Voll ist echt mein Spiel. Ja, das ist super. Die Stimmen. Es ist ein richtig gutes Storyspiel. Also die Kämpfe sind nachher halt ein bisschen wiederholen sich repetitiv, aber die Story ist echt gut. Ja, mir geht's gut. Danke der Nachfrage.
Mantis, you sure you can fly her?
Yes! Sometimes.
Hast du das Spiel auch oder hast du nur bei mir irgendwann mal
Hang
reingeschaut?
on, maybe you should. To arms! The enemy approaches!